This is a Bad Impressions podcast brought to you by Bad Impressions YouTube channel. Hello, I'm Christopher Walken. This is my podcast, Talken with Walken. I'm here today to talk to you about Hollywood movies with the Morgan Freeman. The one, the only Morgan Freeman. Hello, my name is Morgan Freeman. I'm an actor. I've acted in lots of movies. I've been in every single movie. Now, I can't tell you specifically which one's my favorite, but it's gotta be Bruce Almighty. I wasn't even gonna ask what your favorite movie was, but why pick Bruce Almighty? Because that's the one that everybody recognizes me from. Mr. Christopher Walken. Yeah, but your favorite movie without you? No, it's gotta be a movie with myself. It's gotta be either Bruce Almighty or one of the Batman movies. Because I have always wanted to dress up like Batman. But you don't dress up like Batman in the Batman movies. You haven't seen the deleted scenes. Me and Christian Bale used to share the Batman suit. I did a lot of the stunts in the Batman movies. No, now I know you're lying. And that's not nice, Morgan. You can't lie. I have no idea what you're talking about. They're deleted scenes. You can't find them on the internet. You mean to tell me you were a stunt double for Christian Bale? No, I just put on the Batman suit. Christopher Nolan was like, I bet you would like to wear this, Morgan. And I was like, you betcha. But you didn't. There's no photos of you in the Batman suit. No. I don't think you're telling the truth, Morgan. I am definitely telling the truth. There are pictures of me in the Batman suit. I hang them up in my bat cave. You have a bat cave? Yes, it's below my mansion. What are you even talking about now? You're saying you have a bat cave being underneath your house? Yes, I have a bat cave. I even have a butler named Alfred. What? I can't believe what I'm hearing. Morgan Freeman has a bat cave and a butler underneath his house. Do you have a Batmobile? Of course. Where do you think all those Batmobiles went after Batman Begins? The Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises went. They went to Mr. Morgan Freeman. I get pickup every day in the Batmobile. You're lying, Morgan. This is not... I can't believe you're doing this to me. You're undercutting my whole podcast by claiming that you, Mr. Morgan Freeman, you yourself were in the bat suit. You have a bat cave, and you have the tumbler. Actually, I have multiple tumblers. Multiple bat suits as well. Michael Keaton offered his bat suit to me. What are you even talking about, Morgan? You're lying to me. You're making up lies about the movies. What about Bruce Almighty? Did you get any of those props? Yes, I get all the props from all my Hollywood movies. What do you think all the movie props end up? They end up in Mr. Morgan Freeman's house. I own the black Hornets vehicle. I own... Oh, no, I mean the Green Hornets vehicle. I own Mr. Ed. Morgan, you're lying again. I can't believe you're doing this. You just keep lying. It's not funny. And I have to call you the Lion King because you're lying so much. Now, that was a funny joke. You just completely undercut me, though, by calling me a liar. I don't lie. If there's one thing I do not do, it's lie. Morgan, you told like 50 lies on this podcast alone. I can't believe you're slandering my podcast now. You're claiming that you're telling the truth, that you own all the Batmobiles, all the Batsuits, all those vehicles, and you're saying all props are property of Morgan Freeman. I'm not lying. I'm telling the truth. Do you want to go to my house? I'll send you an airplane ticket. You can come out there and you can visit. And then you can make a podcast about my stuff. Morgan, I think we're gonna have to do a video podcast, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that just yet. I have to get the technology. It's a whole thing. I have to get a big camera and some audio engineers to help me out with this. Start a GoFundMe to help Christopher Walken see Morgan Freeman's house and record all of this on video. I'm just getting word now from our director of the podcast. He says we're not going to be able to do that. It might be a liability issue to shoot it in Morgan Freeman's house with all those things. I have to take a quick break to read an ad from our sponsors. It looks like we don't have any sponsors right now. But it's a quick break, and we'll be back with Morgan Freeman, who will tell more lies. I'm not lying, Mr. Walken. It's very serious, and you should apologize to me. Because you're gonna have an audience who doesn't listen. They're not gonna be sure what to think. Morgan, I'm not lying. You're the liar. It's not nice. You shouldn't lie. I'm gonna have to hit you with the Bible. If you keep lying, you hit me with that, and I'll strike you down. If you strike me down, I'll become even more powerful than you could ever imagine. See, now I'm quoting Star Wars. Were you ever in a Star Wars movie, Mr. Freeman? I was the stunt double for Darth Maul. No, that's too much. I can't even. No. You don't believe me? No, I don't believe you. You keep lying to me. Why do you lie so much? I'm acting for a new movie about a podcast where a guy claims about all these stuff, about all these movies and these podcasts, and he keeps lying to them. You're telling me now, right now, you're method acting. You're not actually lying. Yes, I'm method acting. I can't believe it, Morgan. I'm not sure what to think. Well, you can think what you want. Maybe you should get sponsored by Grubhub or DoorDash. Maybe you could get a coupon for saving 15% on Geico commercials, or 15% on DoorDash, or Grubhub, or HelloFresh. I'm just reading the names. These aren't actually sponsored. Yeah, we're not sponsored by anybody right now, but if you would like to sponsor Talken with Walken, you would have to talk to the director of the podcast network, Mr. Daniel. He has a YouTube channel. He's going to post this podcast on there. He says it's going to be a podcast network. He might do more with other celebrities. I'm not sure yet. I'm thinking maybe next week we interview maybe Arnold and see what he has to say about method acting, or if he owns any props, because Morgan Freeman is a liar. I can't believe you're calling me a liar. It's not very nice. Well, you spent the first 10 minutes of this podcast lying about all the props that you own. I doubt you even have a bat cave underneath your house. I have a bat cave underneath my house. What is so hard to believe about? Who would you even contact to get a contractor to do that? Say, I want to build an underground bat cave, and everybody would know about it. Everybody in the town that you live in would know about it. That's why you pay people to be quiet. You pay people lots of money, and they'll do whatever you want. You're telling me that all I gotta do is pay a contractor a lot of money and be like, hey, don't worry about getting the permission from the city council to build a bat cave underneath my house. I'm telling you, it's the right thing to do, because I'm going to save the city. I am not going to be a vigilante. Have you seen the Batman movies? Yes, I have. Have you seen the Batman with Robert Pattinson? No, I have not. I don't like sparkly vampires. It doesn't even sparkle in it. I don't care. He was in Twilight. I was in the Batman movies. That's all I care about. No, you were in Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, in The Dark Knight Rises. Yes, and I was in Batman movies. Morgan, I'm not trying to disagree with you, okay? You just gotta be appreciative of other media. I am appreciative of other media. My favorite Batman is me. Morgan, stop lying about Batman. You're making me laugh. You gotta stop lying about the Batman movies, okay? I'm not lying, Morgan. Everything I said about those Batmobiles and the Batsuits are the truth. You can even ask Christian Bale. He will tell you the same thing. I'm not gonna call Christian Bale because I don't have his number. Maybe he could be on the Talken with Walken, and maybe we could talk about it. He's probably gonna be like, "What? Are you insane? I'm the Batman. I'm the one who knocks." That's Heisenberg. Sorry, I'm mixing up mine. Could you imagine a Batman who has to kill because he needs to raise money? You mean like a Breaking Bad sort of Batman, except we could call it Breaking Bat? Yeah, we could call it Breaking Bad. Did we just come up with a new plot for a Batman comic or movie? I think we did. We gotta call DC and let them know. Okay, now I'm gonna take a clip break. And again, we're not sponsored by anybody yet. But if you would like to sponsor Talken with Walken, we're gonna be a weekly podcast on the Bad Impressions YouTube channel. I think they'll be probably around 30-minute podcasts, or I'll talk to celebrities and see what they think about the movies that they starred in. Now, Morgan, you were also in the bucket list, were you not? Yes, I was in the bucket list with Jack Nicholson. And that movie is not about different types of buckets. It's about doing things on your bucket list. But my bucket list is metal bucket, plastic bucket, That's about my bucket list. No, I gotta shake my head. That's not what a bucket list is. A bucket list is things you wish to do before you die. And then you cross those things off your bucket list. Unless you don't. I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me. I apologize, Christopher Walken, for lying. You admit that you're lying, and I appreciate that. Now, you don't own any Batmobiles. No, I told you I own all the Batmobiles. No, you said you will. You just apologized to me for lying, and then now you're claiming that you weren't lying. I'm trying a different method. I'm lying, but I'm not lying. Morgan, you are an interesting person. You lie, and then you're not lying, and then you apologize for lying. Okay, I don't even know what to think anymore. Apparently, a lot of people watch this YouTube channel. I don't know if a lot of people are gonna watch not really watch, but listen to the Bad Impressions podcast. It's probably gonna be about 30 minutes for each podcast, and I'll interview other celebrities and ask them what they think about stuff, about life. Morgan, tell me, what is your favorite place to visit? My bat cave. Morgan, you just told me you didn't have a bat cave, and then you lied again. No, my bat cave is a real thing. Do you have a list of villains, Morgan, that are like Bane, Penguin, Catwoman, Two-Face? All the Batman villains? Actually, the Batman movies, the Batman comics are based off of my life. Morgan, I invite you on my podcast to ask you about your acting experience. And so far, you've only talked about Batman. And you lied and you lie and you lie. Morgan, it's not very nice to lie about this stuff. People are going to be fact-checking these stuff. They're going to be like, is Morgan Freeman actually Batman? When was Morgan Freeman born? When did Batman come out? And etc. Oh, people will always tell you that you're wrong. That's one of life's great mysteries about acting. But Morgan, you're not even acting right now. You're just lying. I'm telling you, Christopher Walken, if you call me a liar one more time, we're going to meet you out in the parking lot. And I'm going to show you who's lying on the floor with a broken nose. Morgan, now you're just threatening me. I might have to get my lawyer involved. I might have to get the police involved. And I might have to get a restraining order involved. It's not funny, Morgan. I don't know why you turned off your microphone and you're laughing to yourself. It's very difficult to do this podcast sometimes. Morgan, this is the first time you've ever been on this podcast. I invited you here in good faith, I thought. You invited me here to inflate your ego and talk about all your movies that you've been in. You are the liar. I'm not lying, Mr. Morgan Freeman. It's not very funny. You don't get to choose what's funny and what's not funny. Morgan, please. I want to have a respectful conversation with you, Morgan. It's going to be very difficult, I think, sometimes doing this. Because you're not cooperating. Mr. Christopher Walken, I've told you time and time again in the 20 minutes that we've been doing this podcast that I have been acting this whole time. If you want to call me a liar one more time, I told you I'm going to meet you in the parking lot and you'll be lying on the floor. Morgan, I think we need to come to some sort of resolution before we jump the gun and beat each other up. It's not very funny. My audience, I don't know what my audience is going to think yet, but it's not very funny, Morgan. I will apologize. I was lying the whole time. I knew it. I knew you were lying. You just got to be the bigger man and admit when you're wrong. I thank you for coming on the podcast. I appreciate it. But please, you got to be nicer when you're on podcasts. You don't know how much strain it is on the host when you're doing this by yourself, for doing the podcast all by yourself. I understand. I apologize. I was lying. I do own a Batmobile though. And I don't have a Batcave. I don't have a butler named Alfred. Okay. I have seen the Batman. Oh, you were lying about that too. I was lying about everything. Well, Morgan, can you tell me something, one of the acting jobs that you actually enjoyed? Well, I did enjoy my time when I was acting in Batman Begins and the Dark Knight trilogy. I enjoyed my time on Bruce Almighty with Jim Carrey. He's a wacky guy. And we should do another movie with him. Oh, yeah. I don't remember. I've been in multiple movies with a lot of people. I know I was in Pulp Fiction with John Travolta and Click with Adam Sandler. And I did a movie with Brendan Fraser, I think. Now you're just promoting all your movies. Well, yeah, it's my podcast. It's called Talken with Walken. What did you think it was going to be about? I thought it was going to be you talking to celebrities. I am talking to a celebrity right now, but I am kind of promoting my own stuff too. You know, I gotta do it. You gotta do what you gotta do. It is what it is. It is what it is. I just, you can't copy me when I say stuff. You can't copy me when I say stuff. Morgan, I don't appreciate the runaround, okay? You're lying and now you're copying me. Now you're lying and now you're copying me. Morgan, you're doing it word for word now. It's irritating. It's irritating. Morgan, you took the two words. Why you like this, Morgan? I just want to be funny and have a good time and tell the people that yes, you can be Batman. I want to be Batman now. I was in Batman Returns with Danny DeVito and Michael Keaton. Yes, I remember. And you said it's goblin time. No, I did not say that. I pushed Michelle Pfeiffer out the window. I said, "You're fired." And people laughed. And that was before Donald Trump was on The Apprentice. The Apprentice. That was a good movie. I mean, Batman Returns, not The Apprentice. I don't think they made a movie about that. No, you're fired. I just wanted to see how it would sound with my voice. Well, Morgan, it's been a pleasure, somewhat. to have you on Talking with Walken. This is the inaugural episode of Talking with Walken, so that means it's episode 1, The Phantom Menace. You weren't even in Star Wars. No, I was not. They wanted me to play Yoda, and I said, do or do not. And George Lucas said, no, that's too slow. Or, no, I am your father, Luke, and your sister is Leia. No, I am your father. Morgan, you're copying me again. It's not nice. I just wanted to see how it would sound in my voice. What if you said you're fired and then you threw out Samuel L. Jackson in episode 3? Now you're talking above my head, Morgan. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm talking with Walken, and you're talking with Walken on the Bad Impression YouTube channel. Thank you if you're new here. I think everybody is new here. I can't believe I did this, but I did a podcast with Morgan Freeman. In like the first 10 minutes, first 10, 15, 20 minutes, he lied about his acting. And we don't have any sponsors yet. It would be neat to get sponsors for the podcast so I can make a bigger budget. It would be neat to make money off of this. Yes, I agree. Morgan, you wouldn't even make $1 off of it. It's my podcast. I make all the money. I would make all the money. We're gonna get maybe on YouTube's and Spotify and get the Talking with Walken experience wherever you go, in your earbuds, on your laptop speakers, on your Bluetooth speakers, on your smart TVs, and wherever you go. I don't know how. I've never done a podcast and got it on the YouTubes or the Spotifys. Now you sound like my grandson and my granddaughters when they say Spotify and YouTube, and I have no idea what they're talking about. You never heard of Spotify or YouTube? No, I didn't say that. I've heard of YouTube. I've heard of Spotify. You're a liar, Morgan. It's not nice to lie. Santa is going to be bringing you coal this year. No, because you're just lying the whole time. The whole almost 30 minutes you've been lying. Christopher Walken, I'm going to send you a cease and desist letter if you don't stop calling me a liar. Morgan, I wanted you on my show. You came on my show, which was nice. I'm going to admit that it was nice. And then you started lying about all this stuff. You're lying about the Batman, the Batmobiles, and a Batcave supposedly underneath your house. And then you apologize for lying. And now you're lying again. I thought you wouldn't like me, Mr. Christopher Walken. You thought I wouldn't like you? Yes, because of my acting. But I apologize. I just wanted to be funny. I thought it would get a few laughs. Well, I don't know if it will or not. This podcast is just recording now. It'll be uploaded to YouTube or Spotify at the end, and then I'll have to see from there, because I don't know. People found they found Daniel's other videos, and they liked them, so I wanted to do something a little bit more experimental and maybe make a podcast. It's only going to be for 30 minutes each episode, and I'm going to upload them to YouTube. And next week's guest, I'm going to try to get Arnold on here. Bye. Forever.